we need to understand the different dimensions to the subject of faith, because it is the basis for every form of spiritual adventures and transactions here on earth. I want you to understand that the Christian life is primarily spiritual. It is because God is spirit, and He does not relate with us on the physical plane. God relates with us on the spiritual plane. You don't relate with God with your flesh. You relate with God with your spirit. Why? God is spirit. John chapter 4 verse 24, the Bible says, God is spirit, and those who worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth. What that means is you don't relate with God from the perspective of the flesh. It is not a physical relationship, it is a spiritual relationship. When you understand that, you also begin to understand how to live your life also here on earth from the spiritual standpoint, because even to relate with other believers, you have to understand that you need to relate from your spirit. The Bible also says that God is the Father of spirit. Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 9. If our fathers in the human flesh corrected us, and we pay them respect, shall we not much more readily be in subjection to the Father of spirits and live? So God is the Father of spirit, because God Himself is spirit. Now, who are the spirits? Talking about the believers, the new creation. When you said I'm a child of God, you are not referring to the physical body. You're talking about your spirit that is inside, because that's one who is born again, the one who is born after God, born in God's image, the one on the inside. So if God is spirit, and you can only relate with Him in spirit, from your spirit, from the spiritual standpoint, then it will take faith to relate with such a being, with somebody you don't see. Everyone who has ever walked with God did so by faith. That's why Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6 says, but without faith it is impossible to please Him. It is impossible to walk with Him. It is impossible to have a relationship with God. It is impossible to even know God. For he who comes to God must believe that He is, which means you don't see Him, but you just believe that He is. He is here means He exists, and that He is a rewarder of those who diligently seek Him. He rewards the faith of those who passionately seek Him. God honors faith. God rewards faith. If you believe and you seek Him diligently, passionately, He rewards you for believing, even when He has spoken and you can't see anything happening yet, but because you still believe, He rewards that faith. The fact that you can hold on to His word, then He rewards that.